Hello and welcome to a live telephone town hall meeting with Alachua County Public Schools. Thank you for joining us. We have a few folks on right now. We're dialing out to everybody in the district. So thanks for joining us. We'll be getting started in just a moment here. In a few minutes, I'll be turning it over to Superintendent of Schools Karen Clark, and she'll be introducing the rest of our panel here to answer your questions today. We'll have some brief updates, some information for you. You may grab a pen and paper to write down anything important that you hear during our live town hall today. But what we'd really like to do is answer your questions, and that's what we'll spend most of this hour-long forum doing, is answering questions from you. We have Superintendent Clark, and she's assembled a panel from the district to answer your questions. So if you already have a question in mind that you'd like to submit for Q&A, I encourage you to press 0 right now. Speak to one of our operators, give them your question, and then let them know if you'd like me to read your question instead of bringing you live. By default, I'll just plan on bringing you live. You can ask your question live with the superintendent and district staff, and they'll answer your question. But if you're not comfortable going live, you should still press 0 and submit your question, then I'm happy to read it for you. Just let your operator know when you press 0 if you'd like me to read your question instead of bringing you live, and I'm happy to do that. You can also press 7 on your phone during this live forum if you'd like to give us your email address to get email updates from Alachua County Public Schools. So that's 0 if you'd like to submit a question, and 7 if you'd like to give us your email address to get email updates. So if you're not already getting email updates, that's the best and fastest way for us to keep you updated. So I encourage you to press 7. Speak to an operator, give them your email address, and we'll keep you updated via email moving forward. So once again, thank you everybody for joining us. We're dialing out to about 25,000 households around Alachua County right now. We'll be getting started in just 1 minute here. In the meantime, I'll tell you how you can participate. For those of you just joining us, this is a live telephone town hall meeting with Alachua County Public Schools. We have Superintendent Clark on the line, and she'll be providing some updates for you and introducing you to the rest of her panel. And as you're listening, be thinking about questions you'd like to submit for Q&A. You can press 0 at any time to submit a question for Q&A. We've already got some questions coming in, so thanks for those of you who are submitting them. And press 7 on your phone if you'd like to get email updates. If you're not already getting email updates from Alachua County Public Schools, I encourage you to press 7. Give us your email address, and we'll be sure to keep you updated electronically in the future. So that's the basic ground rules of the event. We're going to spend most of our time on Q&A, so go ahead and push 0 with questions. But you might also grab a pen and paper to write down anything important that you hear. We'll go ahead and kick it off now by turning it over to Superintendent of Schools, Karen Clark. Go ahead, please.
Thank you so much, Ian. Good evening, everyone. This is Karen Clark, Superintendent of Alachua County Public Schools. And welcome to our Alachua...
Superintendent Clark?
Yes. Can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
Superintendent, can you hear me?
Can you hear me now?
I sure can, yep.
Perfect, okay.
Got you now, go ahead.
Thanks, Ian. So good evening, everyone. As Ian stated, this is Superintendent Karen Clark, Alachua County Public Schools. And thank you so much to everyone for joining us this evening for our schoolhouse meeting, or what folks have referred it to as a town hall meeting. As mentioned, we want to spend most of our time this evening answering your questions and providing information to our families and community. So with that, I'm going to turn it back over to Ian for instructions on participation.
Thanks again, Superintendent. Appreciate it. We're just about done with our dial out here, so we do have a few more people who will be joining us, and I'll repeat these instructions throughout our call today just to make sure that everybody understands how to participate. Again, you can press 0 to submit your question, 7 if you'd like to submit your email address for updates. And you can also view this meeting live on Cox Cable Channel 12 and on the district's website. So you can do that by going to sbac.edu, that's the website, or Cox Cable Channel 12. Back to you, Superintendent.
Thank you. So again, thank you for joining us this evening. I have assembled a team of staff that are going to be available to answer questions this evening. In the boardroom here with me tonight, I have Deputy Superintendent Donna Jones and Executive Director for K-12 Curriculum, Ms. Jenny Wise. On the phone, dialing in, and who will also be available to answer questions this evening, are the Executive Director for Exceptional Student Education and Student Services, Ms. Donna Kidwell. I have the Director of Educational Equity and Outreach, Ms. Valerie Freeman. And I have 3 of our school principals. Many of the questions we know might be school related specifically, but we've got one of our elementary principals from Metcalf Elementary School, Ms. Jaquetta Roll. principal of Fort Clark Middle School, Principal Jared Tabor, and the principal of Santa Fe High School, Dr. Beth LeClaire. So I appreciate the team joining us this evening to be able to answer questions for all of you. We know that this has been an interesting time, a trying time for many. We recognize that the situation that we're dealing with COVID-19 has all sorts of different impacts on our families and our children. We have received, as everyone, the new governor's orders and some plans for potential phase 1 of reopening here that will be rolling out next week. For us, that doesn't necessarily mean any change for schools. Schools will remain in a distance learning mode through the end of May. So keeping in mind that gives us 20 school days left. I know that's hard to believe that we will be that close to the end of the school year. For many of you, that will be a welcome relief, but 20 days left of this school year for our children this year. We know that information sometimes changes daily, and earlier in this process, hourly, we'd get information and some of that would change, but we appreciate the flexibility and patience that families have had, that our staff has had, as if we've tried to navigate this situation to the best of our abilities to provide information as we receive it in clear communication. So with that, we can go ahead and get started. So I will turn it back over to our moderator to begin the Q&A process.
Sure thing. Thank you again, Superintendent. And a reminder that you can press 0 to submit questions. Lots of those coming in already. And you can either ask your question live, or you can let your operator know if you want me to read your question over the air, whatever's better for you. And you can press 7 to get email updates. You can also get regular updates about COVID-19 and schools on the district's website at sbac.edu, or the Facebook page at Alachua County Public Schools, and the Twitter page at Alachua Schools. So I'll repeat that information a little bit later in case you didn't have a chance to write it down, but I do encourage you to grab a pen and paper to write down anything important that you hear. We're going to go to our first question here. Remember, you can press 0 to submit one of your own, and this one's coming from Anya. Anya, with where's your student, Buckles?
Buell's High School.
Anya, can you hear me?
Yes,
Yeah,
Buell's High
you're
School.
live on the line. Go ahead with your question for us, please.
Yeah, so I understand you guys have the schools closed down for the rest of the year, and I understand you guys have the Wi-Fi school bus coming out. What do you guys plan on doing the next school term for the kids?
Okay, if I heard your question correctly, it's what do we plan on doing next school term for the kids? So I'm going to turn that over to our Deputy Superintendent, Ms. Donna Jones.
Okay, thank you, Tanya, for calling in from Buell's High School. As you are aware, as we continue to get updates from the governor in terms of the executive orders, our hope is certainly that we will be able to open schools, that students will be back in school, but we don't know that with certainty. However, if we resume schools as we have normally done, we will have all of our schools up and running with the curriculums in place and with students getting the full benefits of a great education in Alachua County. So basically it will be the business as usual with the full curriculum for all of our students.
Right. In addition, there would possibly be, again, depending on CDC recommendations, additional precautions in place. It's still too early to talk about that right now because they've not released new guidance as of yet. And as we get closer to the summer, there may be some additional precautions that will have to be taken. And we will be ready to respond to those as the CDC and state leadership, both from the governor's office and the Department of Education, with their recommendations, because there could be some different protocols in place at that time. But we will be ready to respond to those, and we'll communicate those as we receive that information.
Thanks so much for the answer. Thank you, Anya, for the question. We'll go right to our next one from Shirley. Shirley, go ahead with your question for us, please.
Hi, first of all, good evening, and thank you for holding this town hall. We appreciate it. I work for federal programs, and I'm a 12-month employee, and I'm concerned not only about the students, of course, but I'm also concerned as a 12-month employee, which I've been working from home, would I be allowed to continue to work from home throughout the summer. I'm concerned about getting paid as well and, supporting a family. So I just wanting to know that, what is the plan with a 12-month employee? Are we going to be allowed to continue to work from different locations, or what is the plan?
Sure, I'm going to turn that question over to Mrs. Wise.
All right. Thank you, Shirley, for your question, and I certainly understand your concerns, but it is my understanding that all of our 12-month employees will continue to work through the summer. It's important work you're doing supporting our federal programs, and we will want that support to continue for our students, and you're an important part of that.
Right, so working will continue. As to the nature of the work, whether it's in person or remotely, again, will depend on CDC guidelines. As those adjust, we will start transitioning folks into a standard worksite situation, again, maintaining social distancing. That may include flexible schedules, but we will start, there will be a process in place. It won't just be turning on a switch and everything changes. But according to those guidelines, we will start bringing people back into the workplace in a safe, efficient manner, honoring CDC guidelines. So again, that will roll out as part of a process as we move closer to the summer and through the summer.
Thank you again for that answer. Appreciate that question. We'll get right to our next one. Lots of good questions in the queue. Thanks everybody for your patience. We'll get through them as quickly as we can. We've got this one from Lynn. Hi Lynn, thanks for waiting. You're live. Go ahead and let us know what school you're associated with and what question you have.
Thank you very much. I'm calling about Buchholz, but this applies to pretty much all the seniors in Alachua County. I'm just wondering what plan we are looking at for graduation. I know that we've gotten surveys, and I actually teach seniors at Buchholz, so I'm concerned as a parent and as a teacher. I didn't know if we have a certain range of dates we're looking at, or what is being discussed. Thank you.
Hi, thanks for the question, Lynn. And again, thank you. We appreciate you teaching our students, but also your question as a parent. I'm going to turn that question over to Mrs. Wise again, as her department is the one that's handling all of the graduation arrangements.
Thank you. And thank you for the question, Lynn. I want to assure you that it is our intention and our hope to preserve a graduation for our seniors. We recognize the importance of that celebration for the students, for their teachers, for the schools, and for our community. And we're working really hard to formulate a plan for that. And there was a survey sent to parents to kind of gauge the interest and ability to participate in different types of graduation depending on the guidance and the guidelines that we have on social distancing from the CDC. What we know right now is that in our talks with the University of Florida, that the venues that we use there right now are not available to us on the dates that graduation was normally scheduled for. They are not hosting large events there. So we are in the process of, in the future, looking for what dates may be available later in the summer. But the survey that was sent to parents also wondered what the interest or ability to participate would be if we are able to, based on the social distancing guidelines, hold graduations at our own school board facilities, scheduled when we're allowed to have those types of events and within those parameters, or interest in a virtual graduation. So I think today was the last day for parents to submit that survey on their graduation preferences. We know that a lot of our students have commitments that take them to the service or to begin college very soon after what was the traditionally scheduled graduation time. So we wanted the input from everyone before we make plans going forward. And of course, we're all bound right now with somewhat level of uncertainty based around the social distancing guidelines. But as soon as we're able to formulate a plan, we want to communicate that as soon as possible. But please know that it is a priority for us to have that type of an experience for all of our graduating seniors.
Thank you again for the answer. Thank you, Lynn. Appreciate your question. Thanks so much. We've got our next one coming right away from Deborah. Hey, Deborah, thanks for joining us. Go ahead.
Hi, my son's in Idlewild, and we have tried homeschooling in the past. We actually tried at the beginning of this school year, and it doesn't work. And so we enrolled him into the public school in January, and then this happened, and then we're back to me trying to teach him back at home again, and it's not working. And my question for everybody is, what's going to happen with the students who this just does not work, whether it's with the parents who just can't make it work with their work schedule or the students who just are not learning right? What happens with them? Are they going to be in any kind of trouble? Are they going to be held back? Are us parents who can't make it work, are we going to be in trouble for it? What's going to happen with all of this?
Sure. Thanks so much for your question. I'm going to turn that over to Donna Kidwell. She's our Executive Director of Student Services. Ms. Kidwell?
Yes, ma'am, and thank you, Deborah, for the question. I know a lot of parents are feeling stressed and may not be feeling successful as teachers of their children, but I can assure you, not knowing the details, that there is progress being made with your child. So we are all in that same boat, that their students will be coming back to school as we plan for next year. We have been assured and are assuring parents, especially as part of the FSA tests being waived for this year, we're not going to take them, that we are not going to be retaining students because of any lack of growth or loss of skills that they may be experiencing during this time. So we are prepared to, especially our elementary students, to look towards the next grade level, and there will be, as there is after any summer or spring break, review of skills and some remediation where it's needed with students. And never having gone through this before as individuals or a district, I can't quite tell you how that recoupment of skills is going to look and how long it will take. But rest assured that teachers, parents, and students, we're all in this together, and we have all been missing a piece of traditional education. So as our doors open again and we get back to school, our teachers, will be assessing students, reminding them of routines, getting them back into that routine, doing informal assessments so they can target the skills where it's most needed. And we're gonna hope for the best and be positive. And I can assure you, your child's made growth. Children learn even when we could bet otherwise. So we're confident that we can get them back on track quickly.
Thank you, Ms. Kidwell. If I could also ask Ms. Roll, principal at Metcalf Elementary, as a elementary principal, is there anything else you can add to Ms. Kidwell's answer?
Thank you, Superintendent Clark. And hello, Deborah. And I agree just exactly what Ms. Kidwell is saying. I think that the key here is what Ms. Kidwell is saying. Yes, we're going to make sure that when we start back in August, that we're using data to determine exactly where students are. We always know that there's a chance for students to slide in the summertime, so we do know that with COVID-19, that slide would be even greater. But we're going to be making sure that we're using diagnostic assessments to meet students exactly where they are. Our teachers will be making sure that we're intervening and really getting down to where students are so we can fill those gaps and fill those gaps quickly so that they can move on. I agree with what Ms. Kidwell is saying. I know that it's difficult for parents, but I know that you're doing a great job. So continue to do those things that you're doing. Continue to remain positive, and we as a school will make sure that we're continuing to do the things that we need to do when we get back together in our traditional way of teaching in the fall.
Thank you again. Great answers. Thank you. Great question, Deborah. Appreciate you being on. We'll keep going through these questions. Next up, we've got Brenda. Brandy, you're live. Go ahead, please.
I kind of got the answer on the graduation and stuff because my daughter is a political historian for Santa Fe. So I'd love to see her graduate. But I'm also wondering about AP testing and how that's going to work.
Sure, Brandy, thanks for the call. Well, it just so happens that Dr. LeClaire, principal at Santa Fe, is one of our principals on our panel. So Dr. LeClaire, could you answer that question?
Hi, Mrs. Walls. Yes, what we're going to do is the AP exam is going to be given at home. And actually, your daughters probably both have the information from their teachers. this year, instead of it being multiple choice and the written exam, it will just be the written exam. But the students already have been giving practice questions that the teachers have been shooting out in their Google Classroom. The ones who don't have Google Classroom can pick them up in our packets. And I just ask, it's I think the second and third week of May. And like I said, both of your daughters should have that information of exactly when it is, because the teachers were given that information. And if you want me to check, call me tomorrow, and I can give you the exact day and when your kiddos will be getting it.
Perfect, thank you. Appreciate that. And thank you to Brandy. Let's get our next question from Marla up next. Marla, thank you for waiting. You're live.
Hi, I am wondering how families and the kids can be safe from getting the virus if they're all packed into a classroom together, and then they hang out with their friends, and then they come home, and how is that safe? It sounds like it's a test. Oh, let's just see, put them in the classroom and let's just see how many do get sick and how many families get sick. I'm really concerned about continued spread of the virus if they're all going to be going back to school as normal in the fall.
Sure, Marla, thanks so much for the question, and that's a question that we all have in their minds. I have a middle school student in our district, and that's a concern that I have as well. I mean, I want to make sure that he's safe, as well as the other 29,000 children in our district are safe. Again, part of this will rely, well, most of it's going to rely on the CDC recommendations and what protocols we would need to take. There's any number of ways that can be addressed. But I also recognize that even despite our best efforts and maybe some modifications that we make with class size, for example, so maybe there's not as many children in the classroom at the same time, or maybe not as many children on a school bus at the same time. Despite those efforts, I also understand that there will be parents of children that will be uncomfortable sending their child back into a public setting. And so we are working to expand our virtual offerings here at the district with Alachua eSchool, that parents could also use that as an option, which are local Alachua County teachers that provide virtual instruction for students. And that is one of our options that we have every year to families, and we have many students enrolled in that as part of their regular curriculum. And so that will be an option that families can consider. We're working to provide some additional information to families as to how they can access that option, so that come August, if families just are really uncomfortable sending their child for whatever reason back into a public setting, that could be another option for parents as well. So we'll be working through that over the next several weeks and early into the summer, to be able to provide that information on that option for families.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Marla. Appreciate your question. We've got our next one up from Ryan. Ryan, you're live. Oh, actually, Ryan, one moment. I forgot to make a mention here. If you want to get email updates and you haven't already pressed 7, go ahead and push 7 and speak to one of our operators. Give them your email address so we can keep you updated electronically as we go through this process. So again, if you're not already getting email updates from Alachua County Public Schools, please press 7, speak to an operator, and give us your email address so we can update you. Sorry about that, Ryan. You're live. Go ahead.
That's okay. Thank you so much. I am calling in concern. I have a 7th grader at Fort Clark Middle School. My concern is really more from a personal and professional standpoint. I'm a former teacher, a former school counselor, and now I'm a professor of educational psychology. So I just wanted to lay that background, just so you know where I'm coming from. I am also a single mom. I work 9 to 5, Monday through Friday, and I've worked from home for the last 4 years, so I've had that routine down. So that's not new for me. But now having homeschooling added to that, my son has 6 classes, and each of the 6 teachers have been giving him a workload as if he's in an 8-hour workday. So we were finding ourselves, after my long day of work, homeschooling, another 4 hours or so. So that's one part of it, the workload. I don't know if they collaborated or not with each other. The other part is, as I'm sitting there with him as an educator myself and, counselor, so you have to throw the mental health part into that as we struggle through this, but only one of his 6 teachers has recorded himself teaching the lesson and providing that for the students. Now my question is, why aren't the teachers responsible for recording themselves teaching the lessons and providing it? I do know Zoom is an option, but that's an elective for a student. Email is an option, but that's also an elective. And I'm not sure how many students actually are proactive in contacting their teachers for help, whereas the teachers could teach the lesson and provide it. Right now it's basically self-taught, or I am sitting there teaching him myself, things that I'm not sure if I remember from when I was in 7th grade. There's no differentiation going on, and so that's my biggest issue, is how come the teachers are not videotaping themselves teaching the lessons? And I know another parent shared, and you guys said there's flexibility in grading and such, but that's not the expectation that the teachers are portraying right now. They're saying everything's a grade, everything's, a quiz, get this in by this time, it's graded, keep up, and that's the reality from my perspective. So thank you.
Okay. Thanks so much, Ryan, for the question. I'm going to have 2 folks provide answers to your question. First, I'm going to have Ms. Wise, our Executive Director for Curriculum, respond, but then also Mr. Tabor, Principal at Fort Clark, is on our panel, and so I'll have him weigh in as well after Ms. Wise.
All right, thank you. Ryan, thank you for the question and the concern, and as a parent of 2 secondary students, an 8th grader and a 10th grader, I am feeling your pain of the full-time job and then trying to go home and support 12 different teachers worth of Google Classroom work, and it's a challenge for everyone. In terms of the part of your question, wondering why you're not receiving more recorded lessons or direct instruction, I think that the teachers who have transitioned from being strictly traditional classroom teachers in a brick and mortar classroom with the students sitting in front of them are moving into the distance learning environment, and there's a continuum of how much and how quickly they have been able to jump into the virtual learning. And in terms of, that's probably the top end of it, is the recorded lessons and the differentiation, which we know is difficult to differentiate when we're in person. But I do want you to know that the curriculum department and instructional technology department are working really hard to support teachers so that they are able to differentiate, and they are becoming more tech savvy at using all of the resources that we have. I would encourage you, and I know that Mr. Tabor's on the call and he's going to address this too, to reach out to those teachers and to the school administrators to let them know what type of extra support you need. But I want you to know that we are prioritizing making it something that the students are able to engage with authentically and really learn. And it's a process, and we want to make sure that you are able to do that. And so with that, I would like Mr. Tabor to maybe personalize that a little bit more to Fort Clark.
Sure, absolutely. Thank you, Mrs. Wise, and good evening, Ryan. I certainly share your concerns and frustrations. You may have raised a lot of good points with your comments, and before I don't want to let you know that obviously you can reach out to me at any time and giving the feedback to the teachers as well. We actually had a faculty meeting today, and it's really we're all in kind of this process right now, trying to determine what is best for every single child. And I can tell you that all the teachers at Fort Clark are willing to do whatever they need to. So I appreciate your patience, and I would just suggest that you get in touch with those teachers and letting them know the specifics, and letting me know as well. Feel free to reach out to me either by email or phone, and we can have a conversation, and I can help facilitate some of those conversations. Again, I appreciate your patience. all of the teachers here that are at Fort Clark and across the district, we are trying to do the best we can to increase the learning curve on the technology for some, and just ensure that we have appropriate instruction for everybody.
I'd just like to wrap up.
Thank you so much.
No, that's okay.
Of course, go ahead.
I'm sorry, I did want to say I felt, Ryan, I didn't address your question about the workload, and that's another thing I just want to tell you, we are trying to find our way. It's sort of like the mama bear, the papa bear, and the baby bear, and for some students, we're getting feedback they're not getting enough, and for some, we're hearing we're getting too much, and some are getting it just right, and so that feedback that Mr. Tabor is asking for is going to be really important to help those teachers find the sweet spot of just the right amount.
And I will add too, in part of our conversations today, I did suggest to our teachers to kind of provide since we are kind of at the 20-day mark of the end of the school year, to kind of provide an outlook for parents to communicate that so they kind of know what to expect, and being flexible with timetables and things like that, but also just to kind of know how the end of the year may wrap up so parents can kind of get a long-term perspective of what to expect, maybe, and especially if things, may change over the past, whatever the last 2 or 3 weeks have looked like, if there's going to be some changes, and just trying to communicate with parents, and if they are using technology and Zoom meetings, to be sure to provide enough advance notice so that parents can arrange those things for their children.
Great, thank you again. Thank you, Ryan. And we'll get to our next question from our Spanish simulcast. We're broadcasting this event in Spanish as well, so thank you for those questions coming in from our Spanish simulcast audience. This one's from Noemi, who's in Buchholz as well. Question is, will there be any more mobile schools around? It would be good to put some in parks so cars can be spread out. Who should we go to for that one, Superintendent? It's from Noemi.
Oh, okay, great. Thanks so much for your question. I'm actually going to turn that over to Ms. Freeman, our Director of Equity and Outreach. She was on the team who arranged for all the mobile hotspots, so I can have her speak to that question. I don't hear Ms. Freeman on the line.
Not hearing it.
Yeah, I don't hear that. I mean,
No, I'm not.
Okay. That's unusual. So we'll make sure we check that to make sure we can get Ms. Freeman on the line. Right now, that's where we are with that particular number of buses. We, would like to continue to expand that, and we're actually working with some of our local providers to figure out if there's a way to expand that access to either longer time or to more locations. Part of that work was to determine, since we knew the number of buses we were able to equip in that short period of time, as to where those buses would be able to be the most efficient and serve the most students. So we worked with a local firm, DRMP, to identify areas of our community where the most children resided and could benefit from that. And so if there's an area that's not being reached conveniently, feel free to reach out on the issues email, and we'll repeat that later in the broadcast, issues@gm.sbac.edu, and we can certainly investigate the possibility of arranging some sort of hotspot access there, or working with some of our local community partners that could potentially provide that as well.
All right, thank you again. Thank you for that question from our Spanish simulcast audience. Thanks, Noemi. We've got one here from Pam next. Hey, Pam, why don't you tell us what school you're associated with and what question you have, please?
Sure. My son's at Howard Bishop, and he's in Algebra 1, and although end-of-course exams are not being held, will he have to take it in the future? Because his teacher gave him information that they might have to take it at a later date to still get high school credit. So can he just not worry about it ever and get his high school credit based on grades, or are they going to still have to take them at some point?
Hi, Pam. Thanks so much for that question. I'm going to turn that over to Ms. Wise from the curriculum department to answer for you.
Thank you, Pam, for that question. I have an 8th grader at Howard Bishop Middle School and Algebra 1 also, so I know the answer to that one. The answer is the EOC won't be given right now as normally scheduled, and Algebra 1 for our 8th graders or for our middle school students will continue to be a requirement for high school graduation, but there are many, many different ways that a student can earn a score to take the place of the Algebra 1 EOC. He or she could go take after they take geometry and they take the geometry EOC, that can take the place of this Algebra 1 EOC requirement. They can get a concordant score on the PSAT or the SAT or the ACT, or we will offer, for those who are interested, retake opportunities on the Algebra 1 EOC and provide prior to that review sessions. But we have every reason to believe that our Algebra 1 students are going to either pass the Algebra 1 EOC during a retake of the Algebra 1 EOC or during another test administration get a concordant score on a different test to count for that.
Perfect. Thank you again. Thank you, Pam. Great question. Thanks for being on. We're going to get right to our next question. And for those of you who pressed 7 to give us your email address, a little bit of a backlog there as well as in the question queue, but hang tight. We will get with you as quickly as we can. Our next question's here from Alexis. Hi, Alexis. You're up. Go ahead.
Yes. I'm from Buchholz High School, and I just wanted to know, since all this happened halfway through the second semester during the fourth 9 weeks, will the second semester grades be counted, or will they be counted as the third 9 weeks grades, or will the second semester not be counted at all? And the only one that will be available will be the first semester grades.
Right. Thanks, Alexis, for your call. I'm going to ask Dr. LeClaire, the principal at Santa Fe High School, to talk about high school grades.
So good question. There's been a lot of confusion about grades, but the fourth 9 weeks does count because high schoolers need credit. And so for us to get a year credit, we need to make sure that we have both semesters. Now, we know that there are some students who are struggling, so they can get I's and then work on it in the summer. Of course, we have credit retrieval if we can't get finished, but your grades do count, and that's why we tell our students, if you can't get on Google Zoom, Google Classroom to get to your high school and come get packets. And what I would suggest to you, because this is what we've told Santa Fe students, is call us, email us, what do you need, how can we support you, because this is really important. And not only do we want to continue with the learning, but also continue with you getting prepared for example, if you're in Algebra 2, we need you prepared for pre-calc next year. So really, we're going to keep moving forward. Everything counts. I will address also the magnitude of work. We continue to work with our teachers on that. And as a student or a parent, if you really are having issues, please, our teachers want to hear from you. And everything counts. And we are taking work. Our packets don't get to our teachers till a week later. And they're still counting it. They're still putting the grades in. So what we want is we have 20 days. Let's just keep moving forward, doing as much as you possibly can, knowing that we will have some opportunities for you in the summer.
Perfect. Thank you again. Thank you, Alexis. And we've got a lot of great questions. We'll just keep rolling through. We got about 20 minutes left in our hour here, so let's take our next one right away from Beverly. Hi, Beverly. Thank you for waiting. Go ahead.
Hi, my name is Beverly, and my student is at Williams, and he's just in the 3rd grade, and he's had a really good year, and he's turning all his work, but I'm still unsure because I don't have a background in education. So I'm still a little bit unsure as to whether he's actually going to be prepared for 4th grade. So I was wondering, will there be available any kind of enrichment packets that the children can work on over the summer so that they're ready for the next grade? Not so as to punish the kids, but just so that, in some of their, over the summer there's going to be so much free time anyway. So I don't know about other parents, but I would like to have some kind of enrichment packet that they can work on to be sure that what they've done is enough and that they can be ready for the next school year.
Sure, Beverly, that is a great question. I'm going to turn that over to our Deputy Superintendent, Ms. Jones.
Good evening, Beverly. I want you to know I appreciate your involvement in your child's education. We're all sitting here cheering you on because you are an involved parent who wants to see your child move beyond just the standards of mastering the standards. As far as enrichment packets or activity, I'm going to encourage you to contact the administrator at Williams, Ms. Stokes, or if you would like, you could reach out to the assistant principal. Either one of them will be willing to give you work so that you can further extend your child's knowledge, and that information is something that we encourage all parents to do, because in addition to the summer work at your school, also want to encourage you to consider visiting the local library. Yesterday, as we were on the governor's conference call, we know that the libraries are going to be open. They're reopening Monday, and 25% capacity, of course, but I encourage you to participate in our local libraries' summer reading program. It's a great partnership that we have with them, and all of our students should have access to the public library card. I mean, I even have a library card, and I encourage everyone to participate in summer reading. And my final thought to you, Beverly, is as you work on those enrichment packets or activity, modeling reading as a parent and having your summer reading list is a great way to encourage further learning in children when they see parents are readers. So thank you for all that you're doing to help your child be successful.
Absolutely. Thank you, Beverly. Thanks so much for your question. We'll get to our next one right away from Laria at Howard Bishop. Hi, you're live. Go ahead.
Hi, thank you all for having this. My daughter attends Howard Bishop. She's in the 8th grade and she's transitioning to high school. I work in mental health and I respond to youth in crisis each and every day. My question is, as the kids transition back to school, is there going to be any type of counseling that's going to be available to the kids when they return?
Hi, thanks for your question, Lori. And that's actually been a major topic of discussion here at the district level, because as much as we talk about online learning and getting work done and moving on to the next grade level, we cannot and absolutely cannot ignore the fact of the social emotional toll this is taking on our families and our children and employees. I mean, everyone's dealing with this in their own way, and it's impacting families very differently. So we have started those discussions, again, not knowing exactly what the fall will bring, of what is that going to look like. And if that means that, you know, as a district, we freeze school for a few minutes each day to start having some of those discussions, some discussion circles, other counseling modes, and I'll let Ms. Kidwell weigh in as well. But the idea is knowing that this is impacting families. We do have the availability now that if you as a parent or if a child feels like, you know what, I need to check in with my counselor, our guidance counselors at our schools are available to set appointments where we can do virtual kind of telecounseling if needed. The crisis center is offered to plug in after hours, so even if there's an immediate need now, we can help fill that. But in the fall, that is something that we are talking about as to how can we address that, because it's going to have been 6 months really since a child or a student has been in a regular school setting, and kind of getting back to that could be another shift, and other social emotional needs will come into play. So Ms. Kidwell, I don't know if you can elaborate any further on that possibly.
Yes, just a bit. Thank you so much, Superintendent Clark. And Laria, also thanks for your question. So we currently do have mental health counselors on staff at the school board, and we have social workers assigned to each school. So I know when the schools closed physically due to the pandemic, our mental health staff, our school counselors, our social workers, as well as the mental health counselors still maintained contact and group activities with those on their caseload at that time as of March 13th. So as Superintendent Clark said, we do have staff, we do have activities, individual and group activities currently going on, whether it's touching base with students daily, asking them to rate their own mental health status, review coping mechanisms with them, breathing exercises, self-regulation. So if you feel your child might be exhibiting some signs of trauma or stress from all of this and just from life in general, but they were not receiving those services as of March 13th, please do contact Mr. Gamble or the school counselors at Howard Bishop, and we can get that contact started now. As far as high school goes, I know Mrs. Wise, the curriculum department and our department have worked closely to implement the required 6 hours of mental health instruction to students and from 6th through 12th grade. And I believe as we go into next year, hopefully reopening physically, we'll make sure we gear front load some of that mental health required learning for our students as they're easing back into the physical school, as well as making sure that staff keep an eye on students or students can self-report if they feel the need to talk to someone about any depression or signs of trauma or just mixed feelings they might be having, because it's really hard to understand the changes that are going on in our country and the world, and to help put those in perspective. So we want to be working with you as well. If you notice things within your student or her friends, please contact the school staff, because we do have resources available, and we want to stretch those resources and kind of redesign some of the things we've implemented over the last couple years to meet the special needs of returning back to physical school. Thank you.
Thank you. And thank you, Lori. I appreciate you and your question. Thanks for the work you do. Appreciate you. Quick reminder here, you can press 7 to get email updates. We finally cleared that queue. Lots of folks were in there. We've got it clear now. We've got a little more than 10 minutes left in our forum. If you're not already getting email updates from Alachua County Public Schools, please press 7 right now. Speak to one of our operators and give them your email address so that we can keep you updated moving forward. Again, press 7, give us your email address, and we'll keep you updated via email. Let's get our next one in here from Miranda. Hi, Miranda, you're live. Go ahead.
Hi, my son goes to Bishop, but I just had a general county question because I saw news that some of the other school districts had to extend their school year for instructional time to meet the Florida requirements. But I wanted to verify that, is that Alachua County, have we met that? Are we going to be surprised with extra school time, like days added on to the year, or are we certain that we will be ending on time?
Hi, Miranda. Thanks for that. Great question. We are not extending the school year at this point. We do not plan to surprise anybody. There is still kind of hanging out there that extended spring break, which was that week before spring break, where the students were out when the governor made his declaration, I guess, on Friday that we would not be returning the students. And so there is that hanging out there. However, the guidance we have from the Department of Education is that school is going to end on time, and that at that point we would be then transitioning into the summer and then to the next school year. So we are not a district that is going to have to extend as of right now. Any surprise would be a surprise that would come from outside of the district, but at this point we do not foresee that happening. So our last day of school will continue to be May 29th, Friday.
Perfect. Thank you again. Thank you, Miranda. Let's get our next one up here from Whitney. Whitney, thanks so much for waiting. You're up. Go ahead.
Hi, I've got kids at Williams Elementary, and I'm not a teacher by all means. I know me and several other parents have the thought of holding our children back to repeat the grade level. Is that a possibility?
Hi, Winnie. Thanks for the question. That is certainly always a possibility. What I would encourage you to do is to, if that is something you're really seriously considering for your child, is to reach out to Ms. Stokes, your school principal, or at any school, to the school principal, because yes, while the fourth 9 weeks really, we've not been in school, so we've completed, 75% of the school year. But obviously the principals would want to have a conversation about that, and let's really look at the whole year's performance and what that looked like. Because, if a student is, demonstrating mastery of all the concepts, that may not necessarily be the best placement for that child, but that's a conversation, that needs to happen. Obviously, as a parent, you know your child best, but sometimes it helps to have kind of that other set of eyes and other pieces of information prior to making your decision, because retention, especially at the elementary level, while it's hard to believe that they do grow up so fast, we blink and they do, and retention at the elementary level can impact what happens at high school later on. When it comes to even athletic eligibility and things of that sort. So there's lots to consider as part of that decision. So I would urge any parent that is seriously considering that to reach out to the principal at your child's school, to just kind of to get all that big picture information that the school has, and to have those conversations as to what that would look like for your individual child. And then, together, talking about it and then coming to obviously coming to a decision at that point is what's best for your child.
Thank you again. Thank you, Whitney. And let's get right along to our next question. Just a few minutes left. I'll remind folks that I will be reading Facebook page, Twitter page, an email address for you to email additional questions to, and the website again in just a few minutes here when we get to the end of our call. So grab a pen and paper and write down that information if you don't already have it. We're going to get our next one up here from Linda. Hey, Linda, go ahead.
Hi, how are you? Thank you for having this meeting. My question is I'm still waiting for my son to receive a computer for the school. I have him working on his cell phone. Are there still computers available? I've gone to the school twice now.
Yes, there are absolutely computers still available. If you would actually call this, you can call the school tomorrow. Our school buildings are open tomorrow, and ask to speak with the principal. If for some reason that individual school is out of computers, we can move a computer from another school and get that available for your child. Absolutely, we have devices available. So if you could just call the school's principal tomorrow, we can take care of that for you. Absolutely.
Excellent, thank you. Thank you, Linda. We've got one here from Jackie, who's asked me to read this question for her, which I'm happy to do. She asks, what is the plan or status for Camp Crystal Lake this summer?
That is another great question. We know that many families, children take advantage of Camp Crystal each year. We are still in a holding pattern right now. Based on the governor's recommendations and CDC guidance, there's actually some discussion that summer camps as to when that will be part of the phased reopenings. So we will have a decision by May 18th on that, because we'll have some new CDC guidance, and then potentially what all the phases from the national level as well as the state level, what that reopening process is like. And at that point, families can still even choose as to whether or not to send their children to camp, and if they decide not to, they could receive a full refund of their camp fees. So that is that is not a question at all. We want to make sure that if we do something with camp, it may look a little bit different, because again, we would want to be following any guidelines to make sure students are safe. That might include some pre-screening. Some differences in cleaning methodology, the number of students we could accommodate at camp, etc. We are still having those discussions, but like I said, we will have a decision by mid-May on that once we meet with our local health department officials, but also with Clay County, because the camp is actually in Clay County. So we're going to have a joint decision on that here by the middle of May, and Camp Crystal will push out that notification to families as to the status of that just as soon as we have that available.
All right, thank you so much, and appreciate that question. Thank you, Jackie. I'll remind everybody right now as we get to the end of our forum here, and I'll be asking the superintendent to give us some closing thoughts in a moment here, but you can get regular updates about COVID-19 and schools on the district's website. at sbac.edu, on the Facebook page at Alachua County Public Schools, and on the Twitter page at Alachua Schools. If you need to email us, you can get us at issues@gm.sbac.edu. Again, email should go to issues, ISSUES, at gm.sbac.edu. And again, thank you everybody for joining us. I'll be turning it over to the superintendent here. If you have a last minute email to give us, go ahead and push 7. We'll do our best to get that before the end of those email updates. Thanks again for joining us. If you get to the end of the call and you have additional questions or concerns that you need to leave for us, you'll be able to leave that via voicemail just by staying on the line at the end. All right, I'll turn it back over to Superintendent Clark to take us to the close.
Thank you so much, Ian. Thank you, everybody, for joining us this evening. We appreciate the opportunity to be able to answer these questions for you. I would like to thank our panelists, our district staff, as well as our principals for dialing in. We hope we were able to provide you at least with an answer to your question or a timeline as to when we can have an answer to your question. Know that we are committed to answering all of them with very specific information just as soon as we have that. A couple of things just to cover, as the moderator has said, there is the email address that if for some reason you didn't get your question heard this evening, or you think of another question at another point, please send it to that email. That email is monitored daily, and we will answer those questions and post the responses on our COVID-19 page. We have a commonly asked questions link on our COVID-19 resource page, and we consistently add questions to that as those come from community and families, and so there will be a response there, and we are here to help. That's the one thing I want to remind parents, that this is a very unique situation, and we all have different needs and need support in different ways right now. Please communicate that with us. If we've got, thousands of employees that are ready to help and to work through things with you, just please communicate that with the individual schools, and we can certainly intervene and help resolve anything that you may need right now. As I said earlier, we've got 20 days left. I just encourage you to keep encouraging your students, and if we have any students listening, keep on. I know this is unique and you miss being in school and interacting with your friends and your teachers. Just keep plugging away. We understand that it may not be perfect for you right now, and you may not be doing 100% of your work, but just keep plugging away. Make that effort. It's going to pay off for you in the long run to just kind of keep plugging away here and giving us your best effort during this time. And we will just continue to support you and get you through this process. And to our seniors, again, plugging away. You've just got a few days left of your 13-year career. And we know that the end of your career in the public school system and high school is probably not what you imagined. But please know we are trying every possible way, every creative way to honor you during this time. So you will get some special recognitions coming up over the next few weeks. We're going to continue to work towards graduation, and we appreciate everyone being on the call this evening, students, parents, and community members, and staff members. Thank you so much.
Thank you again, Superintendent. One more mention. If you need to get a hold of us, best way is via email. That's issues@gm.sbac.edu. The website again is sbac.edu. Facebook page is at Alachua County Public Schools. Twitter page is Alachua Schools. Thanks to all of you for joining us. Stay safe and have a good night.